Welcome to Kiss Up Cards, where I keep it simple, stamping up and making cards and sending kindness out one card at a time. And I'm Marianne, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up consultant, demonstrator, and I'm here to bring you cards that you would love to make and to send out. But I want to keep it simple, but yet making really nice cards. Now, I'm a Stampin' Up consultant that does not do die cuts. So there is a whole other line of techniques of doing cards, which I haven't even gotten into. And I don't think I will, because die cutting, you've got to have another machine. You've got to have all the dies for it. And yes, I agree, they make beautiful, beautiful designs. But it makes it more complicated, it's more time consuming, and that's not what I'm about. But if you do love die cutting and the techniques that you can, and the cards that you can make from it, then by all means connect with me, and I can hook you up with some demonstrators that I have followed, and they use die cutting. But I use my stamps, my ink, my paper, my scissors, and some embossing powders. So I'm going to show you some different techniques coming up with embossing powders. And so that's what I'm all about. Keeping it simple, but making it beautiful so that we can send out cards. Now, scrappy summer. It's all over. Summer is over. I really enjoyed bringing to you scrappy summers and a scrappy summer, and it was a joy for me because I have used up a lot of scraps, to the point where some of them I had to cut like 1 or 2 pieces out of some of the bigger pieces because I had run out of the scraps. So that's good, because that's what I wanted to do. So that is really good. So did you get into making scrappy cards? Let me know. So I'm going to show you what to do with scenic paper, and you'll see what that looks like when we get down to my craft table. But what do you do with them? I showed you a beauty pack that I had just received, and so now I'm going to show you what to do with those scenic papers. So join me at my craft table. All right, down here at my craft table, I have 2 cards that I did up in preparation for tonight. One is this one, where I did it right directly on the card, and that looks beautiful, but I had glued from the outside to the center, so then my distance in between each one was not equal. So then I matted it just to show you that you can do it on a mat, but then I worked from the center to the outside edge, and that has worked. I'm able to keep the same distance inside between the cut pieces, and this shows a little bit more on each side, but that's okay. It's the center that I am more happy about, and I like mounting it. So I'm going to pick this scenery, and I'm going to use olive green as the card base, but I'm going to use the brown. So I kind of did this. This is what I do when I'm trying to select colors, and this picks out the green here, and then the dark brown, and then this just is the focal point as well. But we're going to be reducing that down in size. So this piece I'm going to cut down to 5 7/8 because it is a 5.5 piece. So I'm going to cut this to 5 7/8 and 4 1/8. Okay, so that's going to go on the card like this, and it's going to be landscape. So I'm going to do that. So there's just the So I need to get this piece down to 5 inches by 4 inches. So I think I want more of this tree. So the 5 inches is going to be widthways. So I think I want more of this tree on this side. So I'm going to cut the whole inch off this side. And then I need 4 inches. So I'm going to cut an inch. Let me do an inch off each end. An inch and then an inch. And you think, oh, we're going to lose all the picture. No, there's going to be quite a bit of it there. So this is going to mount on here. But I'm going to cut this in strips. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to cut off 3/4 inch strips off each side. And I'm going to flip it and cut another 3/4 inch. And then this I want to cut a 1/2 inch off each end. Okay, so that's going to be this one over here because I know the tree is going over on this side. So I'll just line it up on my card so I keep the pieces where they're supposed to be, so I'm not trying to guess. Some designs are easier than others to do that with, so that's going to go there. Then we're going to cut off a 1 inch strip off each side. A 1 inch strip. And a 1 inch strip. And this strip does not get cut. It's done. So now we're going to cut off 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. So this one you're just lining up the picture and spacing it. And here I will and just that little space in between creates a really cool effect. Kind of got it leaning in on this side. I'll just move these over a bit. There we go. Okay, so there we have it all glued down. And I'm going to glue it then on the card base. There we go. And now I'm going to do a sentiment, probably in ivory. And, oh, let's do a thinking of you. That always, it's kind of like a generic one that could be given for anything, thinking of you on your birthday. All right, I think I'll get early espresso. There we go. Thinking of you. And I will just trim this off with my trimmer. think I have enough here that I can do a banner. I'll just do a banner on one side. I think I want to put it up in the sky so that we see more of this. And I'll put it up on dimensionals. Put one in the middle so it doesn't sag. You wouldn't be able to stamp right on here because of the spacing that's there. Oh, maybe I'll just do it like this in the center. There we go, thinking of you. All right, and now I'll get some gems. There we go. Now, all right, I've got the card done. I've got the gems on, which you saw, and then I did the inside. So I took the two outside, that one outside piece, cut it in half and put it on each side here. And then I decorated the envelope. I just picked up some brown paper that matched. So there we go. So we have directly on the card, we have it matted, but went from the inside to the outside as opposed to out from to in, and this is the one that I showed you tonight. So those are our 3 cards. Mind the mess. And yeah, just taking a scenery and just building it up on your card again. So there we go, folks. Scenic cards. Done up. What a beautiful way to display them on our card fronts and then send them out as kindness, one card at a time. Thank you for joining me.